Okay.
Hmm?
I should probably do some kind of intro.
Probably. You didn't plan one.
I thought about it. Honestly, I thought about an intro. I was like, I'll think about it. I'll have something to say, but I didn't actually
Write anything
solidify
down?
it. I mixed the Jello up, but I forgot to put it in the fridge, so it didn't get solid. There's
Congeal?
just a Jello drink. There's Kool-Aid. But here's the intro.
Enjoy your fresh Kool-Aid from Albert Berg.
This is a little thing that we're going to call Too Weird Didn't Watch, which is based on an idea that we had a long time ago when
Reading Redbox.
Reading Redbox, where we get out of work and look at the weird movies in Redbox.
The cops stopped us.
We are not restricting ourselves to Redbox, though, in this particular iteration of the project. I went on IMDB, and it turns out there's a lot of movies on IMDB.
There's a lot of movies.
There's a lot of movies.
My grandma and my uncle were having a debate about how many movies are made by a year. My grandma said 50. I looked it up. It was about 720. Like, Grandma, you were way off.
Well, there's 50 movies you hear about.
Yeah, that's true.
Per year. And then there's the other ones, and there's a reason why you didn't hear about them. And sometimes it's because they're bad, and sometimes it's because they're really, really weird.
Is that what we're going to be reading about today?
Yes. We're starting off with a movie from 2011, so fairly fresh. This is a movie called Swamphead.
Is it related to Swamp Thing?
I don't think so. Is
the rating a number of X's?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not that kind of head.
Okay.
It's the literal kind of head. So how this works is, I'm going to read the description. We don't know anything else about the movie. We are going to react and review this movie without having seen it and move on with our lives. Here we go. An ancient relic is found at the bottom of a local lake, which resurrects the severed head of Robert Gross.
Who is Robert Gross? Also, appropriate name for a guy who has a severed head.
I don't think he started out as a severed head. However, the next phrase makes me curious because it's Robert Gross, a.k.a. Swamphead.
Had so many questions just on that.
I wonder if, was that a nom de plume that he had when he was alive?
How would you earn that?
I don't know. Maybe it was just his head. Maybe he never washed his hair. You know, maybe he just had, a really stinky head.
For some reason, I'm picturing this is, in the bayou in Louisiana. I don't know where this takes place. It says local. And
I don't think it means in Milton.
I'd assume not.
It's local to IMDb.
Where is that at?
I don't know.
He's in the internet.
The call was coming from inside the internet.
Swamphead escapes the screen, but only the computer screen.
Okay.
It's like The Ring. Instead of a well, it's a lake. And what is the relic? Is it his body?
Well, yeah, so there's a relic
It's a
and
hat.
his resurrected head.
What if it's a monocle? That'd be the best.
Like you put it on the head and it just
it was there under the water somehow, and somebody just oh, that's cool.
No. Somebody threw it in the water. It's like the Titanic, where the person's like, "I will get rid of this thing. It's caused too much pain," and throws it in the water, and it floats down and just gently comes
in my
to
mind,
rest.
this is now a Titanic sequel, and it's the star of the ocean. Someone threw it in the lake, and it's that thing really is evil. No wonder Jack died. I'm sorry, DiCaprio.
So we have a resurrected severed head of Robert Gross. A group of hapless teens. I don't know. They don't have any hap. They're
hapless.
Completely without.
That's
hap.
why they're partying in a swamp, because there's no happiness in their lives.
That could be true, or nothing is happening.
Yeah.
Come across the
No
relic,
plants.
and their weekend camping trip becomes a nightmare of blood, feces, and more head than a night in Tijuana.
Oh.
We came back around to the other meaning of head.
So wait, is this in Mexico? Are there swamps in Mexico?
No, it's local. I want to know where the feces come from. Not the
blood head.
And the head.
The head can bleed. The head could be is it a floating head? Or does he roll?
I mean,
Or maybe because he's a swamp head, he's got brambles in his hair and they drag him along and he gnaws at people's ankles.
I'm sure that's way better than anything that actually appears in the movie, but
I'm picturing Root just attached to his head, just clawing at the ground and pulling him along, and he bites at people.
Or he has little tentacles that pop out from underneath him with the nerves that are still just walk along on that. It's his spine sticks out 3 or 4 inches below the bottom of his head.
It's the spider head from The Thing, only really low budget and super dumb.
I want that. But then there's this ancient relic angle.
Which I don't
understand. What, like, you have a reanimated head. Why is there an ancient
so he
relic?
was Swamphead. That sounds like the kind of dumb nickname they would try to give like a bandit from back then. Whenever he died or whatever.
Just
assuming
anytime
he died
in the past, like 2015.
I mean, you don't really
calling people Swamphead.
You don't really give people
remember
nicknames,
that Swamphead craze
nowadays. Like I think the last one was the Unabomber. We gave a nickname to.
I keep coming back to the feces. And that sounds wrong. Now that I've said it out loud.
I mean, whatever you're gonna do. But when you die, you poo. So technically, every movie is like this. Every horror movie has feces.
Like if you've pooped recently, that doesn't happen though. I like to imagine that like everybody who dies in a horror movie has like just gotten done with a nice enema and a cleansing diet, like they've been on a fast for a while.
True.
No,
especially not in The Thing.
It could be true.
No,
they're just pretending to eat to make everybody else feel better, but they're all on the same
bulimic.
diet. It's a very weird thing where they're like, I don't want to tell.
Everyone they can't know.
It's like
diet.
It's
too embarrassing.
Magi, but with food and
nobody benefits.
Well, that is how
except the coroners.
Yes,
they deal with poo.
The final line is: can they destroy the zombie head, or will they die trying?
Well, considering there's blood, feces, and more head than Tijuana, I'm assuming most of them are going to die.
Okay, so it's a zombie head. Do zombie heads make more zombie heads if they bite you?
Like it's just the head?
It's just the head. Like
your body just kind of dies, but the head's like ang, 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 ang.
You're like
trying
pulling
to bite
yourself along with your chin.
He's like biting into the ground and dragging the body behind.
It's really fortunate Swamphead was decapitated, because otherwise he would have never been able to get anywhere.
I don't understand. Does he float? How is he a threat? How do you not just punt him back into the lake and be like, well, that was weird, and go back your business?
Well, that's the question.
Does he control
about
the
every
swamp?
Zombie, right? They're not
Does
very
he control
fast.
gators?
Like, so you're envisioning like a gator coming along carrying the head in its jaws?
I am now, and it's adorable. Good job, Sparky. Bring me closer to the teenagers.
But then, like, he tells the gator to eat the guys, and like it accidentally chomps him up with it. He's like, no!
Well, I'm in here for another 4 months. That's how he lost his head.
But the relic keeps him alive, so it's like really uncomfortable. That's where the feces come from! We solved it! No wonder these teenagers are so hapless.
This is a horrible world.
Gators pooping out zombie heads.
With relics. What's next?
Next up, we have Dr. Alien from 1989.
It's about immigration.
It might have been. This was back when Donald Trump like might have looked better than he does today.
No, he looked the same.
Dr. Ackerman, which already I just got to say it sounds a lot like they were really inspired by Dr. Acula, but they didn't understand that it was like Dracula spelled back, or not even spelled backwards. What am I saying?
Here, move the period
Alucard.
and put them together, and then you have Dracula. I want that movie.
Man.
I want that movie so bad. I would pay good and bad money to see that.
Dyslexic Dracula trying to come up with his own nickname.
No, just have you seen Dr. Acula bits from Scrubs?
Oh no,
that's JD's screenplay in universe where it's Dracula as a doctor.
Okay,
and he's just Dr. Acula.
They did make a movie where he's called Dr. Acula, though, right?
Really? I don't think.
Yeah, no. That's a real thing. I'm not gonna distracted looking it up, but that is totally a thing that happened in real life. I was not making a Scrubs reference. I'm very sorry. I haven't started watching that. My new thing is Gilmore Girls.
I know.
But
we talk about it at work behind your back.
I'm not even there. There's no back for you to talk around it behind. I'm not in the room.
We have a picture of your back we put on the wall to talk behind you.
Dr. Ackerman, the biology teacher at the local college, meets with an untimely demise when chased by a UFO.
I'm gonna get you. Why do you keep running?
It doesn't say that the UFO did anything to him. Like, did he just end up running out into traffic, or did he have a heart attack?
Was it a car chase?
It doesn't say.
Was he on horseback?
Horseback is the best.
Was he riding a gator?
No.
Gators are involved in this somewhere.
He's
I know.
Just like super into the ponies.
All right.
Not in that way, except for maybe sometimes.
We're in Idaho in this movie.
He was just out for a trot, middle of the day. Nice Sunday afternoon.
I should be teaching class, but God, I love this horse.
That's Sunday. It's Sunday. And he's out there and he's just like trotting along with good old Bessie. And then out of the skies comes a big cigar-shaped UFO. Bessie just bucks him right off. One of his students is having... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wesley, one of his students, is having trouble attracting women. which is actually the next sentence in this description. And it seems like we've jumped from one really important thing
to
something not
something.
as important.
No. But what is he a teacher of?
Biology.
Okay, so we have biology professor dies by alien chase of some kind. That's cool. And then Wesley, thank God we know his name, can't get the booty.
Right.
That's not news for any college student I know of.
I think the thing is that they're watching all the college movies, and all the guys in the college movies are getting it all the time, and they're like, "Why?" It's about Hollywood setting an unrealistic expectation, Tony. Like that's the underpinning theme of this movie. I'm sorry. Holy crap! I'm used to podcasting with Tony Brantley. And it's about the unrealistic expectations that Hollywood sets for us, which will, I'm sure, be borne out by the next sentence. That all changes when Bombshell Miss Zenobia takes over Ackerman's class and persuades Wesley to participate in some vitamin research her and her assistant Drax are conducting.
Let me guess. Xenobi.
Yep.
Xenobio?
No, Zenobia.
Oh, they changed it to an A. I mean, it's about aliens, and Xeno means alien. And they're in biology, and I just think they didn't want to be too on the nose, which they kind of missed their mark, but still.
Yeah, they were on the nose. They were all over the nose. And speaking of nose, Drax is here. Nobody, who names, that's not a real name. That's not something people really name themselves. Zenobia, maybe. That's a last name. And be like, okay, maybe you're from another country.
Yeah, that sounds vaguely like Eastern European.
Right. So I'm now imagining with her an accent, and so the sexy factor is up tenfold. Yeah. But then she has an assistant named Drax who's giving this guy vitamins. Vitamin research.
That sounds like the worst thing to research.
So this is this next sentence. I'm just gonna read it. Suddenly, Wesley has become very desirable.
Oh God!
Despite the fleshy antenna that grows out of his head during excitement.
What is with heads in these movies? Getting weird, growing stuff, coming back from the dead.
I'm not misreading this, right? He has a penis growing out of his head.
Fleshy antenna.
It's fleshy, proboscis looking thing. It's a penis.
Doesn't have to be a penis.
He took a vitamin and got a head dick, a head.
I think this is just one big commentary on Hollywood.
But so this makes him attractive, him having what I assume is a penis attached to his head. That when he gets excited, does the penis thing.
A Rex.
Yes. But not the dinosaur.
Although that would be awesome to be attached to your head. And horrifying.
It's like another tinier head. Just
yeah, don't.
And
don't
all
worry,
the women are like, oh my gosh. This makes him more attractive?
I'm choosing to assume it's a T-Rex and not a penis.
So Wesley having a penis or possibly a T-Rex head growing out of his head.
A Rex penis.
Getting all detail now. And now we have our conflict. His newfound success threatens to alienate the girl he really cares about.
Oh no.
And Zenobia's motives may have something to do with the fact that she is not of this earth. Which, I mean, I don't know that I would have spoiled the whole movie in the plot synopsis by telling us that
Poor Dr. Ackerman.
Do you think it was it doesn't say who played Dr. Ackerman?
Do other people die in this movie?
You think he just goes around getting a lot of tail and then fights the alien at the end?
Does he fight the alien?
Does he? I don't know. Her
maybe they just have an orgy. I don't understand this movie. I'm not convinced it's not a porno.
Well, he does have... It's like some kind of weird porno where his penis is growing out of his head. Which I could see that.
Japan's a thing.
Yes.
There's a fetish for that somewhere, I bet.
I'm looking at it now. I don't see... I think it's listed as sci-fi. Yes.
Okay, that's appropriate. Because aliens.
Oh, but it's... Yeah, comedy sci-fi. So this might not be meant to be taken very seriously.
I hope not.
I wasn't taking it very seriously. However, I think the next one that we have wanted to be taken more seriously.
Oh, those are the best. Those are the absolute best.
Well, and I'm going to read the title of this one. And the thing that comes to your mind is correct about this. And this movie is from 2014, and it's called Christian Mingle.
.com?
Yup. It was produced by the people at ChristianMingle.com.
Oh, no.
It's an entire movie-length advertisement
Oh
for
no.
ChristianMingle.com. Here we go. Gwyneth Hayden has it all.
What is that name? Has anyone been named Gwyneth in the last 30 years?
I mean, she might be 30 years old if she's going to ChristianMingle.com to find her mate.
That's true. They're sad and alone.
She might be like, okay, well,
Every
Tinder's
other
not doing it for me.
Every other avenue's been
Grindr
exhausted.
turned out not to be what I thought it was.
Craigslist is terrifying.
But she has it all. She has it all except for, well, I'll get to that part. Here is a list of it all. This is from the description. I'm not making this up. A top-notch career.
Yeah, fair enough.
Killer wardrobe. I assume that's not a pun. It's not. I don't think it's a serial killer flick. I wish that it was. This is on Netflix, by the way, currently. At least Netflix US.
All right.
Dream apartment. Again, I'm going to assume that's not literal, that she just dreams that she has an apartment.
I mean,
Well, I'm imagining that if it was a literal dream apartment, she's just like hanging out in an alleyway in the best clothes and going to work every day and just dreaming that she has an apartment.
there was a book I read in 5th grade that was about a hobo,
Okay.
which, you know, that's why I might think of it. And he didn't eat because he had no money because hobo.
Right.
But instead, he would go and sit outside of restaurants and just smell the air. And he's like, steak. It's delicious. And that was how he got sustenance. And then he would go be a hobo for the rest of the day.
That seems kind of unrealistic.
I think he died at the end.
I'm going to assume that she's a hobo, though, for the rest of this.
That's fun.
Unless I'm told otherwise.
I'm assuming she's a hobo that kills people and steals their clothes.
That's how she has it's a killer wardrobe.
Yeah.
Boom.
This sounds awesome.
And that's her top-notch career, too, obviously. She has...
I got a new title, The Fashionista.
Oh, that's good. She thinks the only thing missing is a man.
Run.
In a moment of inspired desperation, and they mean inspired in the literal, like the Holy Ghost,
Oh,
like came into her and made her do this.
here's an idea. The internet.
She fills out a profile on the dating website, and I know everybody's going to be shocked, but it is, in fact, ChristianMingle.com.
My concern is whose house she broke into to do this.
Oh, that's good. Well, she might be at the library,
That's true.
but I do prefer to think that it is the house of one of her victims.
And she's just like, well, I'm here.
She's looking through the closet, and, you know, like, she's walking out, she's like, man,
The
I
person
need a man.
She has like a
Like, she
pamphlet.
just says the word man. It's not like I said it. She was just like, man. It came to her as an idea. So,
Oh.
she's like, I think God is telling me to go Christian Mingle.
In my mind, she's got her victim like in the bathroom in the tub or something, and she's going through the closet, and there's like a picture of her husband on the wall or her brother or something. She's like, I want one.
She'd forgotten what they were.
She lives in an alley.
She fills out a profile on dating website ChristianMingle.com, hoping to find Mr. Right, and that's capitalized. I don't know if she actually intends to find a man who's literally named Mr. Right.
I hope so.
But again, with the hobo thing, I think that's she's heard
I'm
about
picturing
it.
her profile, and it's looking for Mr. Right. He sounds like a good guy. Where can I find him?
How do you even get that name? What is the origin? Is that Germanic or what?
It's probably French.
Probably. Okay, but here we're gonna have a twist. However, okay. However, Gwyneth's Christianity is a little rusty.
Like they quiz you on it? I've never been to Christian Mingle for obvious reasons, but do they quiz you on the Bible or something?
Her Christianity is also. I'm just thinking of this in the light of her as a serial killer hobo.
It's like, you know, that's kind of against some of the commandments. You might want to go to a refresher course. Just calm it down with the whole murder and
we're gonna
stealing.
start with the vanity, okay? Why do you have to?
Vanity, no. The murder, also bad. Yeah, the stealing, not good.
The lust our website is basically built on, but still, it's technically not okay.
Hypocrites.
Her Christianity is a little rusty, and her attempts at impressing her dream guy end in disaster when he
Love me, Mr. Right.
End in disaster when he calls her out on her faux faith.
So, in my mind, she finds an actual guy named Mr. Right.
Right.
Because that's the version of this movie that sounds amazing to me.
Okay.
And then he's like, You shouldn't be murdering people. What's wrong with you?
She
That
kidnaps
says
him.
not to do
You're
that.
not a Christian. I don't know what you think Christians
You're not
are,
a
but this
Christian
isn't
at
it.
all. Whose house is this? Whose clothes are those? Whose clothes am I wearing? She dressed him.
I knew this name would get me in trouble. He's an identity thief.
I
It's like a whole separate subplot.
should have stuck with Dr. Wrong.
In an honest realization, she sees her superficial life for what it really
Of
is.
murder and clothes theft.
Just driven to create a personal relationship with God as a hobo. Still
And murders people.
She's
This
like-
movie sounds beautiful, and it's not going to be anything like we're imagining.
She's standing on a street corner with like the Repent or Perish sign and her fabulous clothes
That she stole.
and stink lines coming off of her because she doesn't get to take a shower. Well, she probably takes a shower in her
In the
victim's
house that she breaks
places.
into,
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. That's
Yeah.
really, honestly, I think that's why she probably started, was because she wanted
was
to take the
desperate, and then
showers.
she's like, these
You know,
people
she-
have nice clothes, and I'm already here, so.
Yeah, she had her clothes off because she was in the shower and she went to put them, and she's like, you know what? I already killed this person and there's only a little bit of blood on it because I used a garrote.
Mhm.
Garrett, I don't know how to pronounce that, honestly. That she strangled him.
Yeah.
I'm just making that part up now, but it could have been true. And definitely later on she started to, because I think at first maybe she was stabbing them, but she realized that ruined the killer clothes. And she also started stalking people who only were her size, because that first couple times she killed some fat people and it was like, oh, I do not look good. These look good on these people, but they do not look good on me. This is not my fit. And now she's patched it up. She has a personal relationship with God thanks to ChristianMingle.com.
Yay!
I like that
Happy ending.
there's no mention of the guy.
Like
in
he
the end
escapes afterwards.
here. Or
or
he
she
just
murdered
gets
him.
out of the, like he calls her out and he's just gone. And she's like, I better get my relationship with
It's
God
like,
back on track.
Hey, whoa. You're not a real Christian. And he just walks out. Mic drops and leaves.
You misquoted John 3:16. I know. That's the secret password.
Jesus says, turn the other cheek, so I'm out. Deuces.
Check these cheeks while I walk out the
And just
door.
leaves. What a jerk. Mr. Wright, you suck. Be nice to our serial killing
It turns
protagonist.
out nominative determinism isn't actually a law. If you actually find Mr. Right, he might not be. But that'll do it for us. That is the end of the first episode of Too Weird Didn't Watch. I
Al, you
almost
know what's
forgot the
great
name
about
of
that
it at the
last
end.
one?
What?
No mention of heads.
No mention of heads. Although,
Murder.
murder.
There's murder
I
in
think
all
that
these.
there were heads involved. Everybody in this movie has a head.
Well, that's...
They didn't actually spell that out, but I do think that they're not a bunch of headless people, because if
I'm
they
trying to
weren't-
picture a movie where that wasn't true, and that'd be amazing and horrifying. It's just a bunch of shoulder people walking around. There's no heads. They're just bumping everything.
like in that movie, the person who has the head would be like the
God.
weird, like the outcast, right?
But how would they know?
What do you mean, how would they know?
They don't have eyes.
No, the person would know they have eyes, and they'd be talking to other people and be like, you don't have heads! You don't understand! Nobody has a head! And they can't talk to them because
Yeah,
they
they
don't
can't hear
him.
either.
Like, they're just walking around bumping into stuff.
This is a sad movie.
It really is. He's very lonely. I'm imagining, like, him, like, trying to interact with
I'm
people.
picturing it as claymation because
Oh, yeah.
that always
I
has
was
like the
too.
deepest impact.
How is that? We're weirdly on the same track
That's
with that.
weird.
I went to Anomalisa, and then I went to Paranorman. I was like, those are both, you have to have claim. It's,
Mhm.
stop motion. Anyway, as I said, that was the final episode. No,
The
first
one and
episode
only.
of Too Weird Didn't Watch. Stay tuned next week. We'll have more awesome goodness for movies that we do not intend to watch, but we will sure try to figure out what they're about.
Yeah.
I'm Albert Berg,
I'm Brantley Heaton.
and we're out.
Bye.